Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to share some visions and downloads that came through to me yesterday from Spirit, and then we'll get some spiritual guidance for you in this reading. I do feel there's a need for it at the moment in the collective. I'm really feeling that from private readings in particular. So if any of you would like a private reading, the link to my shop is in the description box. They will be closing in a few weeks' time. So if you'd like a reading now, maybe the time to reach out. I'll be taking a break for a while. One of the visions I had was of a lighthouse, and a lot of you chosen ones are being called to be like a lighthouse, so protectors of the wounded souls out there. There are quite a lot of confused, wounded souls in the collective. Some of you might have encountered them. I know I've seen a few on my travels. So we just need to hold the light for them. Your light brings out their shadow. So you might find that, they act out, for example, around you, but you're being guided to be that strong lighthouse for them. And lift others up with your light. It's important we stay in the light. The other vision I had was a hot air balloon rising. So this is like a lot of the collective who are ascending. But some are struggling. So those wounded souls, because they need to heal. And it was really interesting what I was seeing. Like on a hot air balloon, they throw out the sandbags to make it lighter. That's what I'm feeling is the guidance for a lot of you. So the higher you go, the more weight you must lose, release. It's probably a better word. So that's the two sort of images I had coming through as guidance for the collective. Now, obviously, when I say about the weight you must release, I don't mean physical. But in order to ascend, we must release those lower, denser vibrational energies. So that includes any feelings of anger, hurt, pain, maybe connections from your past you're holding on to. Could be time to look at whatever's coming up for you and purge. Forgiveness has been coming out recently quite a lot in readings. We can't hold on to those past hurts. See it as the lesson that it gave you. Appreciate the lesson. Learn from it, grow and ascend. Rise above. Because everything happens for a reason, even if it might have been very painful. I'm picking up on pain now as I say that, so some of you might be triggered. And I'm getting a blocked heart chakra. As a result, this has been coming through quite a bit in private readings actually. Things that are really deeply buried for some people, and it's blocked your heart chakra. So I'm getting guilt and shame come through now for some in terms of why they don't want to look at these things. Or that might be the feelings that come up for you. If so, try to face them. I mean, you might want to go for therapy potentially if that's the case. But if you hold on to them within, it blocks opportunities from coming in for you. Now, when I say that, some people, I think, are unaware, actually, of what they're holding within their system. It's in the subconscious. So, it can be hard to know. But, if you get triggered, you get memories. You might have had a lot of memories recently, times from your past. That can be a sign for you. Try journaling for example, could be a way to sort of look at it on paper, get it out of your system, so to speak. So I just wanted to share that. But we're going to take some cards now for more guidance. So that one really wants to come out. Yeah, knowledge, seek knowledge. There we go. So, see, she's reading a book. You could do some self-help. Expand your knowledge. If this is something difficult you're trying to overcome, something like an addiction, anger, hurt, fear. Do you have fear of connecting with other people? And it's interesting, in this card there are lots of different energies here around her. I'm seeing that as the memories that I was just talking about, things from the past. And also your guides may sort of give you a nudge towards a particular book. See, there's light coming out of this book. It's a positive book. So read positive stuff. How to raise your vibration would be a good one. The law of attraction is coming through. That's how you can help yourself. If you're wondering, we can all do it. Knowledge is power. It is possible to heal. If you feel the need to ask someone else for help, like, as I said, therapy, go for it. But some of you, a very awakened soul will be able to do it on their own. You have the skills and knowledge. Children has come out, and I'm getting inner child with that one right away, and the tiger for strength. So things that go right back to your childhood are coming through. Inner child healing, connecting with your inner child. This can be another reason why people are not tapping into their intuition. Because see, this child's up in the sky, like your higher self, that guides you. But are you blocking your inner child from coming through? And also the heart chakra again. So going back to that feeling, that carefree feeling of being a child, maybe doing something you loved doing when you were younger. And again, you could research inner child work. There's loads of stuff out there. I often get creativity with the inner child, letting your inner child out. Now, obviously, again, back to what I was saying, this can be the energies around you as well. So expanding your knowledge in terms of why people are acting the way they are would be another thing. Some people are acting like children. I see it in the area I live in. People who are adults, they're parents, but they're still in the child state and they're bringing up their children. It's child. In psychotherapy, it's known as TA. Child state instead of parent-child. And so that you then get these wounded energies come out there in the community. And the cycle repeats. It's, for a lot of people, it's programming, isn't it? Conditioning. What they knew as a child, what they learned as a child, and not bettering themselves. Wow. The message here, letting go, very pertinent, isn't it? Letting go of the past. See, she's looking to the past. releasing, purging, changing the way you think about yourself, your thoughts, as I said about the law of attraction. See the butterflies there? Butterflies are very light as well. They're also obviously about transformation, but I'm kind of seeing that as the hot air balloon. I was saying about flying free, feeling lighter. You might find, as you ascend, you start to eat lighter as well. So that's really coming through here. Really interesting so far, what's come through. Now we children, I'm also getting that the children that are coming into the world now are very high vibrational. They're coming here to change the energy. So if you, or your family, people around you have had children, they could be light workers, who have come here, they've got a mission, basically. So I'm going to pull some of these cards, messages from your angels and ancestors. I use this deck quite a lot for members, actually, whether that's video readings, or I also do card readings for Beth's Buddy members. I just love this deck for collective messages. Wow. We're going to take that one because that really just seemed like we need to see it. Dream and journey. Yeah, so your spiritual journey coming out here. It's ever changing. And dreams, they're being highlighted, so pay attention to your dreams in terms of the subconscious, what your subconscious is trying to tell you, which I think I said before. Wow, the Psalm, there you go. So when I was saying about hold the light, that's come out. Be the light, and it says enjoy success and happiness. So if you do something you love, you're in service potentially, you will enjoy success and happiness. If it doesn't come from the ego, it just comes from a place of wanting to do it, to make a change in the world. I feel some of you want to do that. So the knowledge there could be about finding out how you could do it. What could you do? Maybe you want to work with children as well. Okay, they all keep falling out, but I'm being guided to take all of those. So we've got the wolf, very wise, inner wisdom. Winter, I associate with the time of going within. It says take care of your needs. So yeah, self-care coming through here. It's a snowflake, I'm getting you are unique as well. So you've had some spirit animals come through. Could be your spirit animals, tiger, butterfly, wolf. Wow, everyone. Your water guardian wants you to connect with your emotions. Yeah, as I was saying before, it's very important. I'm just getting this liberation down the heart chakra, and there's water there, bubbles around the heart chakra. In this card, you'll feel so much better for doing it. I'm getting catharsis, purging with the water in particular. Yeah, don't push them down. As I said, whatever it is, if it's anger can be a positive emotion because it can motivate you to make a change or do something. If you feel pain, cry, let it out. Don't just push it down. I feel some of you have been conditioned to do that, to not speak out, to not release how you feel. And for some people, there's dysregulation of emotions. I said about people being like children. Narcissists, for example, can't regulate their emotions. They have the emotional age, let's say, of a very young child. Tantrums, anyone seen that in people around you? That's what it is. It's people who just can't connect with the emotion. Wow, we got wolf again. Wow. So wolf is strongly coming through for some of you as your spirit animal. The message is unleash the wild within. Yeah, let yourself go a bit. Trust your intuition with the moon, your psychic gifts. Have fun. Coming through. With the feathers, you might see feathers as a sign that you are protected. Could see them on your path, for example. Yeah, so as I said about intuition, we got High Priestess. A lot of you are very intuitive, High Priestess energy. You have the knowledge within. If you're a clair sapient, for example, you'll just know things, you'll wonder how. Well, it's all, could be from past lives with Egypt coming through here. Just thinking about my Pyramid of Giza reading. So yeah, like past lives, with the cat as well, very intuitive. You could be independent, and you're being guided to harness the mystic power that you have within. So this could be what you're being guided to do in terms of your mission, sharing your light, especially with the wolf coming through twice as well, very intuitive energy. Wow, and this really links with what I was saying before about conditioning, programming, that's making some people act out or behave in the way they do. It says move beyond ancestral patterns. Yeah, you don't need to keep repeating those karmic cycles. I'm seeing this as like how they're all connected. So like the way your family system was, if people don't heal from that and want to change, then see how that's connected to, let's say, your workplace. You'll meet the same people, the same types of people, and play out the same roles in that system. And then you might sort of move on and have a relationship. Again, the same thing, if lessons aren't learnt. So you're being guided to move beyond that. Try to, again with the knowledge and the book, read up on things like family systems. There's quite a few books on it out there. Educate yourselves. Do you notice patterns? They often say that your workplace is like a continuation of your family. It's so true, you've got like the siblings, like in the office, for example, the siblings, the parents, the rivalry, all those things might continue. Have you experienced that yourself? Have you broken out of it even? So yeah, like generational curse. You're here to break the generational curse. For some of you, it's the feminine line as well coming through. The bottom of the deck is really relevant as well. Hermit, retreat and recharge. So be in that solitary energy. Meditate. The answers will come to you. You may be alone, but see that as a positive. Trust your own inner voice rather than the voices around you. This is another problem I see in society, where people are worried about what others think of them. Who cares? Especially if they're wounded, if they're gossiping, whatever it is. That's their own stuff. They can't look at their own lives and go within like you can. This is where the true power comes for individuals. When you're in that very enlightened, aligned energy, the third eye being highlighted there, in terms of intuition, it's come out a lot here. It will increase as well the more that you release things, the programming and things from your past, and you're in that enlightened energy. It takes time, but if you're an old soul, you probably enjoy being in this energy. You probably found you've never really fitted in with a lot of those energies I've mentioned. Maybe even your own family. So I'm going to pull some, hopefully some healing messages, just see if there's any guidance on what people could heal. We've got soulmate, so matters of the heart. See, she's pointing to the heart there. I'm getting the heart chakra again. It doesn't have to just be romantic, it could be connections that some of you are holding on to in your heart. Karmic situations. So as I just mentioned, family, could be family, friend. Did something hurt you that these people did? Is it still there? Is it a wound? That's what I'm feeling with this card. And it's number 14, the number of temperance, which is about balance. Finding balance within, as I just said, with the Hermit. Yeah, so we got healing come out there, definitely, that is needed in the collective, I feel. But a lot of you could be healers and help others to heal. I'm hearing the wounded healer. A healer will have often been through a lot of obstacles, painful situations in their past. And once they rise up out of that painful energy and see the light, very light energy, they have the power then in their hands or in their soul to help others. So you could have healing hands, for example. We've had mystic come through, so you could be a seer. You might do Reiki, holistic healing, energy healing. It's coming through. It's about finding the courage to do it. For some, we got the light there, yeah. So you need to keep holding the light, like the lighthouse I mentioned at the beginning. And don't let those energies around you try to stop you. So this energy is trying to stop him from moving out of this maze in the woods, coming out of the dark, seeing the light. You can do it. And then helping others to do the same. So you're being guided to take off your masks. That's, releasing the ego. I'm really getting inner child. I get that a lot with this card. Doing things you used to love doing. Could have been ballet, dance, performance, theatre, acting. This is something like that you used to love doing. It can be a good way to connect with your inner child. Playing a musical instrument, That often comes through. I find creativity, being creative. We've got home, which is reminding me of the Hermit card. So feeling at home within yourself. In terms of all the things you've been through. Now, she's reading something there from her drawer, like a letter, something from the past. Could be linked to her childhood with home. And this is what I mean about letting go. Holding on to things like that is not good if it brings up pain, painful emotions. With the candle, I'm getting burn it. I don't hold on to any, like diaries, things like that, letters, because that's your past, especially if it's painful. If it's something positive, fair enough, we can have positive memories as well. But I'm getting emotions now that I'm channeling coming through here. So forgiveness, potentially, and feeling at peace. We'll take one more. Self-love, yeah. That really does link, doesn't it? That's the most important thing. See how she's rising up. Very light energy I'm seeing there. Because she's dressed in white, pure, aligned, connected to the divine. You'll feel lighter within your energy system. Is it about eating lighter? You'll just feel that. So putting yourself first, loving yourself. For some people it's because they didn't receive that love and care when they were younger. So it's about like reparenting yourself. That's what they say about in therapy. But you can do it yourself as well. So do you need to, do you need to do some healing? Is it time to take off the mask and look at the real you? Look at those wounds. I get inner child again with this one, because again, that's how you can connect with your inner child, by doing things for you that make you feel whole. So you sort of connect with your true self, your higher self. This is a really beautiful energy in this card. So you may notice I've got my charms for this reading. Let's pull a few to finish. Extra messages for you. So first of all, we've got the feather. That's beautiful because I think I mentioned that before at some point. We had a feather, in this card. Unleash the wild within. So again, that's about creativity. But the feather can be about trusting your intuition, protection, love from your angels as a sign. It's a good omen. It's about healing, balance, which has really come out obviously in this reading. We've got the peace symbol as well, and a dove. So symbols of peace here, finding peace within yourself has really come through. And then emitting that peace, very peaceful energy. A bird is a sign of peace, hope, love, freedom as well, freeing yourself from these things. Enlightenment, letting go. So it's really linking, isn't it, with what's come through. Now with the jigsaw piece, I'm getting finding answers, realisation, like the missing part, missing something, missing part of yourself. Linking with the inner child and creativity, maybe some of you used to love doing jigsaw puzzles. It could be something you like doing now, or you're thinking about doing, potentially. Puzzles, really coming out, things you do with your hands, creativity in particular. The pig with wings, that came out recently actually. Now I really, with that one, get people that have negative thinking things won't happen, the impossible, but anything is within your reach. With the wings, I'm getting freedom. You can fly free and make changes in your life. So it's linking with the way of thinking that came through before, changing that mindset. It's quite difficult to do, but you can do it. You've just got to retrain yourself, Be aware of the thoughts that come into your mind. Maybe journal, write them down. How could you change those thoughts? So we're getting into therapy now, here. Now, the starfish is a good one to end on, because this is about inspiration. So being an inspiration to others, finding someone who's inspiring, maybe. Also about your intuition, and you're being guided to follow your heart to achieve your desires and your purpose, your healing. A starfish can regenerate. So that's what I'm feeling for some of you. It's the guidance. You can change. It has 5 points, which can symbolise change and freedom, which has come out quite a lot in this reading. So I really hope you've enjoyed this reading, everyone, that it's given you some clarity, insight, and maybe some guidance. Thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you wish, if anything resonated for you. Thanks so much for being here. Sending peace of light to you all.